Hello there, I'm ArtsyGamer7 and welcome back to another video here on the channel. This is another Create-A-Sim, sort of a random Create-A-Sim, but at the same time, not necessarily, because I am now creating another sim for like a mini series that I'm doing, another mini series, sort of a mini challenge series that I just decided to have fun with. I'm sort of in a funk or a low point when it comes to speed builds and stuff right now. So I've been trying to get myself into actually finishing some of my builds and recording them and editing them, and like no part of the process am I doing very well. Right now I have like 3 or 4 builds, maybe 5 that I have started, and I can't seem to either finish them, or if I finish them, I have one that's actually completed, but I just haven't got around to fully editing the video and doing all that stuff to it. I don't know why, I'm just having a harder time fooling with that right now. So until I get that motivation back to really focus on my speed builds and actually at least, you know, give you something decent and not just something sorely thrown together, I decided to try this little mini-series idea that I've sort of had on and off for a while now, and just out of curiosity. So this sim is being created based off of nothing, actually. So I am just creating a sim here, having a little fun with it, sort of just going with the flow, sort of like, okay, where are we going? What I want, whatever feels right as I'm making this sim. So I have no particular reference at all. I'm just sort of, as things come to mind, playing around with stuff and hair colors and things like that. So this is I did the randomizer for my name, so he is Azale Gardner, and he is my new sim for my next series, which is definitely different for me because all of the series I have done on this channel, as far as LPs go, the main sim was focused, always was female, and I'm also talking about my old channel that I used to have. I had a challenge that I sort of made, but then I never committed to finishing it. My life as a human, there was male sims in that household, but the main one was a female. I gave the 100 baby challenge a go at one point, which the main reason why I stopped that is because I had it in a world that I didn't want. It didn't make sense with the story of the rest of that world, so I stopped and was like, I'll come back to this later on a different save file. And I just haven't done it yet, but obviously, female. The current ones, Not So Berry, I started with a female sim for the Mint sim, and then Female Gaming Legacy Challenge, I started with a female sim there too, and with Female Gaming Legacy Challenge, I'm personally trying to keep them all female. If you ever give that challenge a try, you do not have to do the same. And then with my Not So Berry, originally, I was thinking mostly, like, being all female, but at the same time, I have changed my mind since I started that, and was like, you know, whatever's the first sim, whatever it may be, is whatever I go with. So, I'm not strictly trying to keep female sims for Not So Berry, but so far it has been. So, my main characters have always been females lately. Other than when I used to do the Eevee and the Forgotten series, I didn't really focus on the male sims as much. So, definitely a new change, which is, I always welcome, like, some new, vibes going on. So, yeah, we have a new main one, and this is sort of just being sort of silly, a silly challenge. I just personally want to see how many babies I can have with Azale here within a sim year, which I'm going on like what would be the equivalent to the normal lifespan, which is the 14 days for each season. So 14 days for spring, summer, fall, winter, you know, all that. And by the end of winter, how many kids will Azale have? That is sort of what I'm seeing, what I'm trying to do. Now I am going to have him a job. I'm going to have, like, you know, things like that, because I need to pay for the house that I'm in. I need to pay for any outings I go on, so on and so forth. So I do have those things to work around. It's not just a sim who has a whole bunch of money and then do whatever they want. I want there still to be like some challenge to it, and see if I can still maintain the bills and keeping up the lifestyle and like all that other stuff actually be successful while seeing how many children I can get for one male sim. So, you know, usually when a lot of these things are tried, like the 100 baby challenge, it's a female sim. So, you know, I thought, let's see what happens when I have one male sim and I have one sim year to play with him, or I guess sort of in a way a sim year. They age up a lot faster than technically that, but you know what I'm saying. Make it through all 4 seasons and see how many sim children I can make. Also trying to work on the aspiration too, because ultimately if I work on the aspiration, I can get rewards, traits, and things like that that could help me out like this. Like, I'm specifically going after the fertile trait first. So yeah. Also with this creator sim, you're actually going to get to see me with making all of his outfits, because originally when I edited the video, I was just going to do the original outfits and let y'all see some of the other outfits that he would have throughout gameplay and like through the challenge and stuff. But I realized that I actually created this sim pretty quickly, so to be able to have time to sort of talk about it and like, you know, show off the sim. Luckily I kept recording even though I was done creating the sim. I was just gonna, while I was in create a sim, just finish him off and fix everything and then just edit that video and cut it out later. But decided to keep it in, so you're gonna get to see all the outfits here. But yeah, I hope y'all look forward to this challenge. I'm sure there's been people out there who have tried it themselves. In fact, I vaguely feel like I've seen maybe mentioning about it, so I don't know if it has any official name or anything like that, but this is just gonna be my interpretation or go at it. I'm sort of doing my own thing with it, making my own rules as I go along. And I've actually already recorded some episodes. I partially pre-recorded some episodes because I knew that the update was coming out very soon. And I'm also sort of glad that I also pre-recorded, because I ended up having to go to the emergency room 2 days from when I'm recording this. I don't know when I'm putting this video out though. But it was a Monday, and I had to go to the emergency room, so even though I didn't go to work for 3 days, I also really didn't do much for 3 days. I tried to mainly relax and stuff like that. I did a few things, played on Sims a little bit and stuff like that, but the update came the day after I was in the ER, so the update is out at this point of me recording this video. But the first few episodes of this series, the update is not activated. And the same for some of my Female Gaming Legacy and Not So Berry. I have some pre-recorded that will not have the update in them. For this whole reason, the reason why I originally did that was because of mods. I wanted my mods to still be working, and I knew it's going to take a while for them to update, because obviously the pack is coming out like shortly after. So therefore, I knew that they were going to be needed to be updated for the pack as well as the update, so I was just going to let give time for the modders and stuff to update what they need to update for both the update and the pack, and then add in. Now, I do have my game to where I'm playing offline and I'm not updating it, but at the same time, I've had issues with the past that sometimes it forces me to update the game, so I pre-recorded a lot just in case. So yeah, the episodes for this are I've already got 3 recorded, and I'm gonna start editing them soon, so I already sort of know the path that I'm going down, but I'm having fun with it more than I probably should, in all honesty. But at the same time, there's like parts where I'm like, because, you know, once you start getting so many romantic interests, you know, you have to worry about getting caught. So that's always worrisome. Also, I think I changed at least one of his traits, and I did change his aspiration, because I did the story thing. I was going to have that in the video, but I did decide to cut that out, because I was purposely hoping to try to get some questions that lean more towards him being romantic and sort of the player type and non-committal, leaning more towards that vibe. And most of the questions I were getting did not have anything. I got a lot of them that had to deal with the occults, which is like fine, but at the same time I didn't necessarily want him to be an occult, so I ended up not leaving that part of the recording in. So yeah, but ultimately I still like the story because it does give you a career, it gives you some skills already, and it also gives you varying money situations depending. I did put him in a house that already was built, already had stuff in it, going with the fact that that house was given to him by like family or helped by family. So, wasn't starting from just nothing with this, but at the same time, still need to keep up with the bills and stuff, and need to make sure, you know, if I want to go out and do something, I have money to go out and do stuff with. Also, I don't know as of right now, because I think I have the child support thing turned on, and I don't know if it affects it if you're the one who is not raising the kids, so I don't know if I'm going to have to pay child support either, so that's something I might have to deal with, so just in case, I need to make sure that I'm earning money. But yeah, I am having fun with it and enjoying it. I hope you look forward to seeing it and getting to sort of watch Azel's journey of making poor decision after poor decision, because obviously in my head I'm going with he's not necessarily trying to do this, but it's just happening. Because and one of my mods that I have tells you whether or not they want kids, or they do want kids, or they're neutral about it. Yeah, so he doesn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil that part, I guess. But so yeah, it's not like he's going out here and trying. It's just happening, and I do technically have the risky woohoo set to a certain, like, only 5%, but then the try for baby also has a fail percentage, so there's still some more realistic there. But I do click try for baby every time because I do want to see how many kids possibly will result from this. But we'll, you know, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down below if you're looking forward to it. The first episode should be shortly out after this, depending on what day I post this. So it's going to be taking the slots of what normally would have been my speed builds, which would usually are supposed to have it set to be on Thursdays and Saturdays. So this mini series plus this Creative Sim should be on a Thursday and or a Saturday. So depending on when I put this out, if I put it on Thursday, the next episode should be on Saturday. If I put this out on Saturday, then it should be on Thursday, so on and so forth. I still have the Mansions of Misfits that I'm sort of giving a little time to see if I get any comments on that, on whether they continue it or not. So this isn't necessarily taking the place of that. Mansions of Misfits will still potentially continue. It's just one will probably be on Thursdays and one will be on Saturdays if I continue Mansions of Misfits. But that's still to be decided as of right now. I'm tempted to at least play one more week of that just for funsies, so more likely there will be some more episodes for that, just not 100% sure at this moment. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, are you looking forward to the series? What do you think's gonna happen? Make a guess on how many kids you think can be done within that amount of time. So we'll just see. We'll see where it goes. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You know, that lovely YouTube goodiness. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one, in the beginning of the series as well. But until then, bye bye.